Hello and welcome to Get Real with Meshell. Gratitude every time. And today's question is how to eliminate regret. Wow. This question was recently asked to me. I'm participating in a leadership project, and one of the people on my team, I turned out to be the team lead of the leadership project, but one of the people on my team contacted me for a one-on-one, and they were kind of stuck in having a blind spot to move forward on their project. And they were, because they had gone through the program before, which I didn't know, I learned, and they were stuck in the fact that they didn't complete it before. COVID happened, so it wasn't due to their own. It was outside circumstances, but COVID happened. They were unable to complete the project and feel guilty and bad about all the other people that they had enrolled and involved in their project. Having said that, guilt by definition is a longstanding experience of harboring feelings of disappointment and shame that people tend to self-blame and shame. So it's disappointment, self-blame, and shame that people tend to hold on to. And if you follow me, you'll understand what I'm speaking of. But if not, I'll kind of go give a little detail. Our mind is expansive. So whatever you begin to think about, it will immediately begin to expand. So when we harbor feelings of disappointment, self-blame, and shame, they will continue to expand. So anything that triggers that emotion will have you replay it in your mind, and the feelings will they become visceral, meaning that you'll feel them in your body. They feel like they're real again. So then it may be like someone says something and it triggers you, and then it expands and expands because you keep thinking about it, keeps popping up, and then you'll watch a movie and they'll say something, there'll be a scene that reminds you about it, or someone will mention something. If you listen to a podcast, or you're at a meeting, or you're on a bus and you read a sign, before you know it, you're being triggered left and right about this because your feelings and emotions expand. So know this: they are either expanding in your favor or against you. So that feeling of regret will not disappear without you actively focusing on it in a manner with the intention that you want to remove it. And the first thing to do is you must get into action. And I'm not a fan of telling people that they have to do anything. This is one of those circumstances that thinking about it will not disappear it. Action is the only thing that will create results. Results don't come from sitting there thinking about it. Moving in the direction of where you want to be is how you replace and remove regret. And it doesn't mean that you'll get back. You cannot recreate the past. So whatever you're doing is going to be something that helps you to see that it was an experience. What can you learn from it? And if things like sitting there and journaling or writing out what the experience was in detail, why you felt this way, and what you can learn from it, or how you can take those feelings and use them in your favor by telling the story, then you go seek and look for assistance. Go outside yourself. Maybe it's a support group. Maybe it's getting a therapist. Then you can talk outside and play the scenario. Or you can actually look at how you just express upon yourself self-love. So regret is, and so I guess the challenge that I'm having now and sharing with you is I spent like at least 2 decades of my life in the regret of choices I made in my youth, formerly incarcerated. And I just felt like I was walking around with the A on my chest. Nobody could see the A, only I could. And I just kept trying to make up for it. I kept trying to do all these things and get all of these promotions and this job and this money and be thought of a certain way, get better job. Like it was just like nothing I did would remove that inner sense of shame. It wasn't until I stopped and faced it and realized that I'm not perfect. I made the best choice for who I was at the time and forgave myself. This is the number one way to eliminate, is to forgive yourself, to truly understand that you did the best. And even if it wasn't the best, even if you were half A in it or just mediocre trying to get by, you did what you did. You cannot go back and undo it. Forgive yourself. and then decide how that experience is going to be a part of your story. Either forgive yourself and move on, or forgive yourself and use it as something that you can share with someone else in a similar situation so they can make a better decision. Write an article on it, write it in your journal, right? Whatever you need to do to get on the other side of it. And what would you have liked it to have been like? And is there anything you can do similar? Get into some activities and hobbies that light you up and help you to feel good about yourself. Get a vision for your favorable future. The more you're focused on doing things that help you light you up, feel good, make you proud of yourself, the less the past shame, regret, and self-blame has the power. The reason most people sit in those feelings of regret is because they sit there and replay it and replay it and replay it and go, and then they talk about it if they tell anybody, or they're just thinking it instead of doing something that makes you feel good now. What can you do today, right now? If you're watching this video, what can you do? Who can you call? And if you did it to someone else, there's a high chance that you calling them and apologizing, not looking for them to say, okay, I accept your apology, but just to go be in the integrity that I recognize that what I did was unfair and I didn't know at the time. Just apologize. Okay, don't look for any results. You're not trying to, you may not be able to pay people back or to give them back anything, but just acknowledge that, you were a different person then, and now I'm looking to be someone better, and I just want to acknowledge this and move on. The only way to move past it is to, one, forgive, self-love, see how you can use it, go to a group and talk. And as I said at the beginning of this video, getting into action, doing something that moves you towards the direction of feeling good about yourself and creating a better future life will help you not keep looking back at the past regrets. Again, it's Meshell Baker. If this has helped you, please share this out to someone on social media, share it out, send it to someone. If you have a question, email it to me at hello@meshellbaker.com. I'd love to answer it and tag you on it if you have answered it and shared it out. And I look forward to seeing you on the next video. Have a great day.